Perfect. I think we are live now. I'm going live here as well. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Happy holidays, everyone. My name is Prabha Raghavan, and I'm the virtual cat adoption event lead for CDCK, City Dogs and City Kitties. We're a rescue based in DC. We were founded in 2011, and since then we have saved over 12,000 pets. We don't really have a physical shelter, so all of our adoptable dogs and cats stay with fosters, such as the ones that you're going to meet today. If you want to learn more about us or connect with us on our socials, you can find us at CDCK Rescue on Instagram, at City Dogs Rescue City Kitties on YouTube, and on City Dogs and City Kitties Rescue on Facebook. If you are interested in donating to the rescue or interested in sponsoring an animal's care, or if you would like to volunteer as a foster with the pets or through social media marketing, you can reach out to us on citydogsrescuedc.org. This is also where you would go in order to put in an application to adopt any of the dogs or cats that you see on our live events. During today's call, we have 5 cats to show you, and if you have any questions about them, please feel free to drop these questions on Instagram or YouTube if you're watching there. And with that, we can get started. Our first cat today is Norma of the Hitchcock Bates fame. Um, Norma is fostered by Laura and is known to be calm, friendly, independent, and litter box trained. She is a black domestic short hair, a female, 2 years and 3 months old. And with that, I'm going to let Laura go ahead and start with Norma's presentation. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what makes Norma special, Laura?
Sure. Well, first of all, I should say I had to drag her out from underneath our Christmas tree, which is her favorite spot in the last few weeks. So I think she's not super happy about that. But she is really calm. I have 2 young kids. She is infinitely patient with them. She's not never been reactive in any way. She is, hey Norma, come here. Can we see your face? She does like treats. She's definitely kind of food motivated. She very well litter box trained. She is not a lap cat. She does not will not come up and kind of snuggle in your lap, but she very much wants to be around what's happening. She wants to be in the same room as you. We spend a lot of time in our kitchen, and she's always kind of sitting in there hanging out. She's she's warmed up a lot over the last, I guess, 3 months that we've had her. So that's not to say that she would never be a lap cat. If she's already settled in somewhere and you come and sit down next to her, she won't leave. I mean, she's content to have you close, but she's not yet come up and actually like snuggled in my lap. She has these very cute little white furs interspersed in her black fur, which I love. And she has a white patch on her chest too that you can't really see. Um, yeah, I think that she would be great in a house with children. We don't have any other pets, but I have no reason to think that she would not do well. That's my daughter on the other side. And hey, 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 go away, go away. And yeah, she's really been tremendous here. We love having her. She is She likes small little toys. We have lots of little toys kind of around the house, and she loves to kind of bat things around. She plays independently really well. Um, she isn't that keen on like playing with you. If you toss something towards her, she may let it sit for a minute before she kind of picks it up and starts playing with it. But she's a very, very easy cat to have around. We've really enjoyed her. Yeah,
That's wonderful to hear. Um, Laura, do you think you could tell us a little more about Norma's routine during the day?
sure. So we're sort of a my husband occasionally works from home. I am gone during the week. So he works down in the basement. She'll hang out in the basement with him if he's home. She eats dry food throughout the day. And then I do give her like a half of a can of Friskies in the evening time, like when we're having dinner. When we come home, I mean, she's upstairs with us throughout the evening and just kind of hanging out around us. And then she'll sleep on the couch at night, or she doesn't sleep with us. She has not shown any interest in doing that. So, but yeah, she's I would say she's pretty low energy, other than sometimes in the evenings or early in the mornings when she kind of gets playful. She'll kind of play with toys around the house.
Okay, so I see. It looks like playtime is usually in the mornings for a little bit, and
Yes,
she's pretty low energy. It's great to know that she's good with kids.
she's
Do you think
really,
you could,
really good.
yeah, do you think you could tell me a little more about that? Is it a certain age group or is it just all kids? How old are your kids?
So my kids are 6 and 2. So my 2-year-old is still sort of learning how to behave around animals also. And again, Norma has been really, really good with her with learning how to, hey, stop, with learning how, while she's learning how to kind of interact with her. Initially, I thought that, maybe she was not would do better in a house without kids, but I think that was just her kind of getting settled in. And as time goes on, it's like she has plenty of opportunity to leave the room and go somewhere else when they're around, and she chooses not to. So I definitely think she likes having them around.
Oh, that's really great to hear. I have two more questions before we
Sure.
move on. The first is, do you think that she has, how well does she do with being left alone? How long can she be left alone?
Oh,
And yeah,
she's
sorry.
she's fine. Yes.
How long
Yes.
can she be left alone?
I mean, we have not left her like for I mean, we've left her throughout the day. So like, an 8 or 9 hour work day, she is fine with. She's not like tearing things up. We haven't left her overnight, I guess. But yeah, throughout the day, there's no issue. And like I said, I just leave some dry food out, and she eats that. So she does okay, just kind of on her own schedule.
That's great. An independent cat. We like that. And the last question is about her food preferences. I heard you say dry food. I heard you say Friskies. What are her treat preferences? You said she's pretty food motivated, so it'd be good to know a little more about that.
Yeah, so I feed her IAMS dry food, just like indoor cat dry food. Um, I mean, and then she likes the Friskies. When I initially got her right at the very beginning, I fed her like Blue Buffalo or something, and she didn't seem that into it. And so one of the advisors said, you know what? You should probably give her just what she's something like she's been eating at the shelter. So I started buying her just Friskies canned food, and she's very into that. And then these are the treats that we've been giving her, these Temptations treats. Um, honestly, I have yet to give her something that she has not eaten. I don't think
Well,
she's very particular.
that is good to know. And just before we wrap up her presentation, if you could just reiterate once more what Norma's ideal forever home would be, that would be wonderful.
Sure. I think it's definitely, I mean, she likes to have space, I would say, where she can kind of go be by herself. Now, does that mean that, there can't be a lot of activity happening? I don't think so. I mean, she seems to do really well in our house. But occasionally she will, choose to just like come down and spend time in the basement by herself. So I do think she likes having some space where she can come be by herself. But I think without knowing for sure, I think other pets would probably be okay. I think children are totally fine. I think a home where you are working from home or you're home a lot, she will be, near you in the same room as you're working, probably. But she also does okay while we are out of the house during the day. Yeah, there's her little white spot. And yeah, I think she's definitely still continuing to kind of warm up and feel comfortable here. So she's every week it feels like she's wanting to be a little bit more interactive with us.
That is lovely to hear. Thank you so much for showing us Norma and how calm she is, how lovely she is with kids. I think she would make a great addition to a family, with kids. Thank you so much for showing us Norma. And if anyone is interested, anyone watching or listening is interested in learning more about Norma or going to her page on CDCK, I'm going to just shout out her bit.ly link for everyone to hear. It is cdck.cc/NormaB. So that's NORMAB. Once again, it's cdck.cc/Norma B. Thank you so much, Norma and Laura. And with that, we're going to move on to our next cat, which is Ivory, who is being fostered by Elizabeth. Ivory is a 2-year, 2-month old female, white
Cannot
domestic
get
short
this.
hair. She is shy, snuggly, litter box trained. And with that, we would love to learn more about Ivory. If
I
you
would
can
love
tell us a
to.
bit more about that, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Yes. I'm trying to reverse my view so I can see exactly where it's pointing, but apparently I can't figure that out. All right, well, I'll just turn it around. So this is Ivory. I'm hoping that folks are getting a good view of her. She is very sweet. She is very playful. She loves little mice like this. Whoops. She, oh yeah, she likes to grab at them. She likes to chase them. Um, she will bat them around on her own, or if you're throwing them to her, she'll run really fast and pounce on the mouse and whack it around and throw it up and grab it. So that we have a lot of fun with the mice. She also will at times like to play with the wand streamer, as you can see. So she's pretty energetic, likes to play, but she also likes to get in her nap time. She often likes to nap on our bed, or on the couch, and she's always very receptive to pets. So, if she's napping on the bed and she hears me coming upstairs, she will love to kind of stretch out all the way and get some really nice pets in, some very nice belly rubs in. I can see that she's really enjoys getting some nice pets. Ivory is a little bit shy. So when we first brought her home, she was kind of hiding and a bit afraid of us, but she did open up pretty fast, and it definitely helps to have some Temptations treats on hand to help her kind of get positive feelings towards the people in her home. She also had a slow introduction with our resident cat. He had been a little scared because the previous foster that we had had in our home had been a bit aggressive towards Taco. So he was a little nervous of Ivory, and she was a little nervous of him. So we did a slow introduction, and now they are getting along well. They are, interacting a bit, kind of friendly, chasing each other around a bit, a little grooming here and there, but basically coexisting pretty well in our home. And yeah, that's kind of the basics with Ivory. Any questions?
Yes, thank you so much for showing us Ivory and for telling us a little bit about, her demeanor and, how she gets along well with other cats. I love those beautiful green eyes. She looks
Hmm.
gorgeous. Do you think you could walk us through Ivory's daily routine?
Yeah, so we don't let her sleep with us. I think she would be interested in sleeping with us on our bed, but we don't allow that because I'm a light sleeper. So when I come to get her in the morning, she's always very excited and happy to see us, very excited to get her breakfast. She usually gets a pate in the morning. Um, and if we're at home during the day, then we'll get some playtime in. She likes to nap on the bed. Sometimes she'll nap under the Christmas tree or on the couch. Um, she'll kind of follow our other cat and see what he's up to, look out the window a bit. And, in the evening, she'll be a bit playful again and want to do some chasing after mice. She gets her dinner around when we eat dinner, and that's some more pate. And then she also gets about 2/3 to 3/4 of a cup of dry food per day. And sometimes she'll nap under the bed, but most often she'll be kind of snoozing right on top of the bed here and excited to get pets if she hears a human coming.
I just love, how cute she looks with it just looks like she's really enjoying. I see her like trying to make muffins in the air right now.
Yeah, she does love to make her biscuits. She's doing some air biscuits if she gets nice pets.
Oh.
Um,
What a sweetheart. So, it's really good to know that she can get along with other cats with a slow introduction, that she does seem kind of on the snugglier side.
mhm.
That's really good to hear. I'm curious to know, do you know if she does well with kids?
So I have a an older child, a teenager, and so it's kind of hard to tell how she would react with young kids. I think, if a young kid were to kind of like, be a bit grabby and try to pick her up, she might run away from that. So she might be she's just a little on the shyer side with new people. So she might be a little nervous around a young child who's kind of like really eager to kind of pick her up. Um, but that's just a little bit of speculation because I don't actually have young children myself.
No, thank you. Thank you for trying to give us that context. And do you think you could tell us a little more about her food or treat preferences? I know you gave us a lowdown on what she has in her daily routine, but is there anything that she's fond of? Is she very food motivated?
She definitely loves treats, Temptations treats. And that's always helpful if we need to lure her out of somewhere or to kind of help her get introduced to someone. Um, for her kind of basic food, she's been having some Sheba pates in different flavors. Oops, she's rubbing up against the phone. Also some um, dry food, just Purito One dry food. She's been liking both of those. My guess is she'd be pretty open to a lot of types of food, but we have.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're on mute.
Dang it.
That's okay. Are you,
Sorry, I'm trying to uh speaking. Can you hear me now?
yes,
I'm
yes,
trying to, I think, is the video stopped?
yes,
I
it seems
somehow
to
went
be.
into like driving mode and I don't know how to get out of it. So, oh wait,
Oh,
here we
yep, you're
go.
out.
It's out. Okay. So now we're back with Ivory.
Hmm.
So I think I was saying that I think she would be open to a lot of foods is my guess, but she's mostly had the Sheba pates and the Purina one dry food while she's been with us.
Okay, that's really good to know. So I think just to sort of sum it up, it looks like she does well with other cats with slow introduction. She can be lured out with certain treats like temptation and
Mm-hmm.
Shiba pates, Purina dry food. She loves mice, loves chasing the toy mice that you have, and she is on the snugglier side, so she might get along with a person who wants to snuggle with their cat in bed. So
Yeah.
that's really good to know. Just before we wrap up Ivory's presentation, if you would like to just give us a little liner on, what her ideal forever home would look like, that would be great for everyone listening.
Yeah, I think she enjoys being around people, so a home with people who are around a fair amount would be nice, but we're mostly gone during the day and she seems to be doing okay with that. So I think she can do well in a lot of homes and having another pet. I think she does do well with another companion as long as there's a slow introduction.
Okay, that is wonderful. Thank you so much, Elizabeth and Ivory, for joining us today. It looks like Ivory's ready for her next nap.
Yeah, I think so.
She's honestly, she's such a beauty. Thank you so much for bringing her on. For anyone listening, I don't really see any questions in the chat, so we're just gonna move on. Before we do, I'm gonna drop her bit.ly link for anyone who's interested in knowing more about her. Um, Ivory's link is cdck.cc/Ivory. That's Ivory. Once again, it's cdck.cc/Ivory. Thank you for joining us, Ivory and Elizabeth, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. With
Thank
that,
you.
we're going to move on to the Hamilton kittens, which are Eliza, Angelica, and Peggy Schuyler, who are being fostered by Kathy. Just a little insight into them before Kathy gets started. They seem to be, high energy, good with cats, and definitely need to be adopted with another cat in the household. At least one of them, I think Angelica, seems to be a snuggly kitten. They are, one of them is an orange, and the other two are tortoise cats. They are 3 months old. With that, Kathy, if you could tell us a little more about the Schuyler sisters, that would be wonderful. Oh, Kathy, you're on mute.
So sorry, this is Eliza. She's the calico. Um, she's got some really pretty markings, and apologies, they all decided to play on the stairs. This is Angelica. She's a Doherty. And then I had Peggy a second ago. Come here, girls. Come on. You guys want to play? You were having so much fun. Come on, Angelica. Come here. The difference between Peggy and Angelica is Angelica has this orange stripe on her nose. How do I zoom in? Can I zoom? Is Zoom a possibility? Do we know?
I don't know. I think you might just have to go to them.
I can do that. So here is Angelica. And there is Eliza sneaking up on us over behind the stairs. They are very playful. I've been playing with them for a little while, so I think I might have overdone it slightly. So of the three, they are super snuggly. They actually sleep with me at night. I think they have lap cat potential, except that in my house, my own cat sits on my lap, so they don't really have an opportunity. Come here, Peggy. Come here. To sit on a lap, but let's see, what about them? So I do work all day, so they are alone. Well, alone meaning with my own cats in the house. They are very playful, which is why they do need to go to a home with either a sibling or with another young playful cat. My 13-year-olds get a little, my 13-year-old cats get a little annoyed with them because they are so playful. They can be a lot. Don't be fooled by this calmness. I think I overdid it. Oh, there's Peggy. Oh, going to the bathroom. The litter box is upstairs. So, but she looks just like Angelica. She's actually not the shyest one, interestingly enough. Angelica is, when people have come over, Angelica is the shyest one. Come here, guys. You know, I had the basement blocked off a second ago, and they leaped over the gate. So now they're on the stairs. Hi, guys. So they like to chase things. As you can see, they're chasing a ball right now. Hi. And then there's also this spring thing. So let's see if I can get the spring thing to move. Come here. Ready? There she goes. So as you can see, they love to play and chase things. They are super energetic kittens. And I think oh, come here. Hi, Peggy. Can you say hi to all your fans out there? Hi, cutie. Or not.
No paparazzi, please.
She's being shy, although she's usually not. So, let's see. I don't know about kids. They are pretty outgoing normally, so I would think kids would be fine. Of course, I have no cat around me right now. Come here.
Okay. Thank you for that
Okay.
wonderful energetic introduction. I'm guessing this is your resident cat in the mix.
Yeah, this is my youngster that likes to play with them.
Oh, they seem like such bundles of energy and joy.
Yeah.
Do you think you could tell me a little more about their routine?
So like I said, I do work out of the house every day. So they're alone for about 8 or 9 hours when I'm at work. They do like to snuggle in front of the fireplace too. Like if I think my house I think gets a little chilly, so I think they like snuggling in front of the fireplace. Yes, the black cat is not available for adoption. And then they like to, as you can see, they're super playful. They like wrestling with each other. They do curl up and sleep. I've caught them curling up and sleeping together when they curl up and sleep. So there goes Angelica attacking the world. Let's see. I usually feed them breakfast. They get breakfast in like normal morning time. I do have to feed them separate from my cats because my adult cats think kitten food is delicious. They should be on kitten food until they're a year old. So my adult cat thinks kitten food is delicious. So I do feed them separately, but they get one. They each get one 3-ounce can for breakfast and one 3-ounce can for dinner. And I'm feeding them a combination of Wayruva kitten and Purina Pro Plan kitten.
Okay, that's really good to know. And since you did mention food brands, are they very food motivated cats or is it just play?
They are play motivated. I have tried some treats and they kind of have like batted the treats around on the floor. So as they get older, they might become more food motivated, but at the moment they're just mostly play motivated.
Do they have any favorite toys?
They like these like little puff balls that they can chase around. And then they like these little spring toys that they can chase. Anything they can chase pretty much is the kind of toy they like. So wand toys, kicker toys. Peggy, get her. Go get her. They also like tunnels. Eliza's inside this big tunnel right here, but they also like hiding in tunnels. I'm guessing Peg is about to go in a tunnel. 50-50 shot. Oh, and they like these like ball track toys.
So they're toy agnostic, basically.
Yeah,
They just love everything.
if it's a toy, they would like it, yes. And I think anything can become a toy if it's on the ground as they are kittens.
No, that is really sweet to see, and it's very refreshing to see. They don't seem very picky.
No.
Um,
Hi. They do
um,
have loud purrs. I don't think I can get them purring, but they do have really loud purrs.
oh, that's just oh, it's just wonderful to see, kitten energy around. You mentioned that you do work outside. And so they are left alone for a bit and usually with your other cats. But, do you think you could tell me a little more about how much time commitment is required for the Schuyler sisters?
In terms of time commitment, I mean, I think it's a matter of making sure that you have, you know, I think someone that's never home is probably not great for cats because they do need some social interaction. They need a little bit of playtime. Um, but I usually get home from work between 5 and 6, and then I'll play with all of my cats for about a half an hour to help burn off some energy, and then we will eat some dinner, and then we'll go watch TV, and then we'll play again a little before bed. But that's mostly because kittens think that feet in beds can be play toys. So if you can get them tired, they tend to be a little less likely to attack your feet at night. Um, Hi. Yeah, there you go. This is a quieter toy. Yeah, there you go. This Angelica. And there's Eliza. And there's Peggy.
They seem distracted by something except for
Well,
Angelica.
my oldest cat thinks it's dinner time, even though it's not.
Of
He has not
course.
daylight or the time change.
Yeah.
So he's in the kitchen. So I think they're all like, "Oh, is it almost dinner time?"
Okay. So, how long can they be really like realistically left alone? Is it okay to just leave them alone with another cat for about 8 hours? Is it
Oh yeah,
less?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They're completely litter box trained, and um, probably the one thing to be aware of with a kitten, if you bring a kitten into your home, you do have to kitten proof your house. You kind of have to assume anything smaller than a quarter is going to go in their mouth. So, um, but once a house is kitten proofed, it's fine to leave them alone. They don't. Again, that's why you want more than one. When there's more than one kitten, they tend to not be destructive because they have someone to entertain.
No, that's really good to know. I don't see any questions in the chat, and yeah, I don't see any questions on YouTube either. So, I think you've given us a great glimpse of life with the Schuyler sisters. If you could just help us wrap this up by giving us a sense of what their ideal forever home would be like, that would be lovely.
So their ideal forever home would be a home with another young cat, or if you don't have a young cat, adopting two of the sisters together. There's really not a set in the threesome. I wouldn't say they. I think they could adapt any which way, um, and someplace that you've got some time to play and burn off some kitten energy. Um, and yeah, that's a good home. Someone willing to give them kitten food and play with them is probably all they need.
Very, very simple cats. Love that. I think they do well in a home that has the desire to play with cats all the time. Maybe older kids for now. We don't really know how they do well with younger kids, so that would be something to see and report back on the longer you have them. But hopefully you don't get to keep them too long. Hopefully they get adopted out by the end of the year. So thank you so much, Kathy, for giving us some insight into the Schuyler sisters. Once again, this is Eliza, Angelica, and Peggy Skylar. They can be adopted, all three of them as a set, or at least two of them together. If not, adopted into a house with another equally playful young cat. So that's really good to know. Before we end this, I'm just going to drop their bit.ly link for anyone interested in knowing more about any one of them, if any one of them have caught your hearts. It is for Eliza, it is cdck.cc/Eliza S. That's ELIZAS. Once again, that's cdck.cc/Eliza S, ELIZAS. For Angelica, it is a similar pattern. It's Angelica S, so cdck.cc/ANGELICAS. Once again, cdck.cc/Angelica S, ANGELICAS. And for Peggy, also it's Peggy S, so cdck.cc/PEGGYS. Once again, cdck.cc/PEGGYS. Thank you so much, Kathy and the Schuyler sisters. This was really lovely it was a good note to end our session today on. Thank you once again to all of the fosters who have joined us on this call and all of the fosters who just, help us get these wonderful cats adopted by taking them in and, getting them ready for their forever homes. Anyone who's been on listening or watching today who's interested in similarly volunteering or donating to the rescue, or wants to sponsor any of our animals' cares, please reach out to us on citydogsrescuedc.org. This is also where you can volunteer and do things like what I've been doing, which is, leading this virtual cat adoption event. You can also help out with social media or marketing. And this is also where you can go to adopt any of the dogs or cats that you see on any of the events or online. Thank you all once again. Happy holidays, happy new year. And we'll see you again next year. Thank you and have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everyone.